Hey guys, I'm here with another set breakdown. What I've been doing is I've been looking at doing more TTM football, and so I've been going through a lot of the old sets and figure out who signs and who doesn't, and that sort of stuff. And what I've come to realize is that Sports Card Forum is not a great source of information for older football players. If you want to do TTM for older football, I would suggest the $15 sportscollectors.net yearly fee. I've found a ton on there that weren't on Sports Card Forum at all. So that's what I've come to realize. I started doing Sports Card Forum, but then I just was like, let me double check. And that's whenever I realized that Sports Card Forum is not the way to go. Sportscollectors.net is just has more information on that sort of stuff. So I wanted to tell everyone that first, because I've just been mostly, when I do baseball ones, I just was like, 99% of the ones I get are on Sports Card Forum when it comes to baseball. But I've come to realize that it's not great for football. So here are the 1983 Topps free TTMs, and these are the paid. There's not many. Mostly if they've played in a large market, and they sign, they charge, but it's not really that many. Some of the legends and that sort of thing, but there's in the set, there's 396, including the checklists. That football top sets weren't that large until, I don't even know. I'm all the way through, I think, like 89, and they stayed about the same. But there's 126 cards you can get for free and 16 paid. And this is as of November 6th, 2024. So, things change. There's might be a guy next week that pops up that you can get. I've realized that with some of the past set breakdowns I've done. It's like a couple weeks later, I'm like, hey, I didn't mention this. So it happens. So let's just get started on this. We got John Anderson. Ken Anderson, he's got a record breaker card in this as well. He's a very good quarterback. You notice there's actually some Hall of Famers in this set, by the way, which you really won't get for free in baseball. So William Andrews, I got a couple of Band-Aids, by the way. Sorry about that. There's a check. Yeah, there's a lot of team leaders too. You can get signed with that. That's Andrews as well. Chris Barr, Bill Bain, Gary Barbaro, Brian Baschnagel, I forget how to Rolf Benirski. That's kind of a funny looking photo there for that. Carl Birdsong, it's a punter with what is that, like linebacker pads? It's wild looking. We got Glenn Blackwood and his brother Lyle Blackwood. Jeff Bostic, he played a very long time. So did Jim Breach. Stan Brock. I just like the look of these cards. That's why I picked it. And also, I think this was the first set I had when I was very, very little that we had a bunch of. So I think my brother got them, and when I got of age, they're completely wrecked. I think I still have a few, but Stan Brock, I don't know if I mentioned that. Cedric Brown, Jerry Butler, Rich Camarillo, Harry Carson. He signs one. If you send him one, chances are you'll get it back. He's a Hall of Famer. Paul Kaufman, Greg Coleman, Doug Cosby, Randy Cross. He's a very good player. Buddy Curry, Isaac Curtis. We got Joe Danello. That's kind of a funny photo too. He's got his hands down his pants. Lynn Dickey, he was a very good quarterback in his day. Doug Deacon, Pat Donovan, Mike Douglas, Herm Edwards. He TTMs. It's not prolific, but he does it. Doug English, Russell Erxelben, Joe Ferguson. He was another good quarterback in his day. Vince Ferragamo, Joe Fields, Dan Fouts. I got him back in the summer. I would like to get another. I just sent him one back then, but he usually signs a couple, so I might have to send out to him again. This is a record breaker. Tim Fox, Jeff Gossett, Gary Green, Jacob Green, Steve Grogan, Elois Grooms, Jeff Groff, Mike Gooman, Carl Hairston, Alvin Hall, Dan Hampton, it's a very good player, Mike Hartenstein, Don Hasselbeck, Mark Haynes, David Hill, Kent Hill, Eric Hipple, Kevin House, Michael Jackson, Roland James, Ron Jaworski of ESPN fame. We got John Jefferson, Pete Johnson. I have a team leaders card. Charlie Joyner. Very good, very, very good play. I think he's a Hall of Famer as well. Bobby Jones, Rich Karlis, Louis Kelcher, Brian Kelly, Mike Kin, he played a very long time, Frank Lewis, Neil Lomax, Marty Lyons, he's a very good player as well. Archie Manning, he signs one per submission, so I got one back in the summer. I'd like to get this signed at some point. Larry McCarron, Randy McMillan, he is a team leaders card. Don McNeil, Lance Meal, Matt Millen, Max Montoya, he was very good for a long time. Emery Moorhead, Stanley Morgan, Wayne Morris, Mark Mosley, he's a record breaker. Tom Malatti, Mark Mullaney, Eddie Murray, he kicked for a long time. Tony Nathan, Ronaldo Nehemiah, Steve Nelson, Ed Newman, Ozzie Newsome, Hall of Famer, long time. Ravens, was it team president, GM? Very good at both jobs. Gifford Nielsen, he had team leaders as well. And then the final handful, Sari Inoki, I just bumped him. Neil Olkowitz, Mike Pagel, Rod Perry, Mike Pruitt, Darrell Ray, he has a record break, longest interception return in a playoff game. Al Richardson, Terry Schmidt, Billy Sims, very good college player, and he had a couple years where he was very good in the NFL. Kenneth Sims, Tom Scaladani, Sherman Smith, Jan Stenerud. He signs a couple. He's a Hall of Famer. Art Still, Don Strock, Matt Suey, R.C. Is it Telemann or Thielman? Cliff Thrift, Pat Tilley, Lauren, is it Taze? I know in hockey it's Taze, but I'm not sure about this guy. Lauren Taze, Rick Upchurch, Mark Van Egan, Jeff Van Oat, Steve Watson, Jeff West, he looks like a happy fella. Butch Wolfolk. I think I almost said something different. And Jim Zorn, he was also very good. All right, so let's just do the handful that charges here. They're all, let me see here. Yeah, all very recognizable names. Many of them are in the Hall of Fame. So, all right. So we got Otis Anderson, $25 he charges. He's got 2 cards in this set. Dan Deerdorf, former longtime Monday Night Football broadcaster, $10. I believe he's in the Hall of Fame as well. Tony Dorsett, it's hard to tell. He's like 10 to 20. I would send 20 just to be safe. But I've seen people get 10 and he'll sign them, or he'll get 10 and just send them back, not sign them. So I don't know. I don't understand. But that was a record breaker as well. He's a Hall of Famer. Oh, and a team leader. Mark Gastineau, he is $20. Joe Jacoby is $5. Ed Too Tall Jones is $10. Joe Klecko is $20. Steve Largent is $10. James Lofton is $10. Jim McMahon is $20. I had to put this in a sleeve because it looked really good. It looked fairly centered. I gotta measure a little bit. I mean, I don't really grade that many cards, but I got this and I was like, okay, this I don't know. I don't want to ding it up when I was doing this. So Anthony Munoz is $20. Drew Pearson, he's like Dorsett. It's like 10 to 20. Can't really tell. Joe Theismann's $5. It's $5 check to some charity. You might have to look on. I think he's on Sports Card Forum. All that information as well. Wesley Walker is $10. Kellen Winslow Sr. is $10. Don't want to contact Junior. Don't Google him. Jack Youngblood is $15. So that's everything. Expect a lot more football coming up because I did send off, I don't know, about 15 or 20 last week. So they should start to trickle in sometime in the next couple weeks. But I figured out I'd do this since I was doing the work anyway. Figured, someone might help someone out. I might do another football one sometime soon. It depends if I find one specific one I'm looking for reasonable price, even if they pluck out some of the rookies or whatever, which I'm totally cool with, since a lot of the guys they pluck out don't do TTMs, and that's really the sole reason why I buy these sets. So I just want to thank everyone for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment down below which guy you're going to target in this set, and I think that's it. See you on Sunday. Thanks for watching.